Just a couple of weeks ago, I saw a woman screaming at her child, who looked to be around 13 years old. She was demanding that her son do as she said and went where she said to go because she's the mom, not seeming to care or notice that she was subjecting her child to public humiliation and degradation. Was that parent having a meltdown? Obviously. The research we've investigated together throughout these videos leads me to believe it wouldn't be too much of a stretch to assume her own parents spoke to her the same way when she was a child. This is the perfect example of a situation where it's obvious that the family needs tools to communicate, notice their feelings, and foster trust between each other. But where do they go to get those tools? Hi. My name is Cheyenne. I taught in high schools across America for 7 years, which is how I know families want more security for themselves and socioeconomic mobility for their children. Now, as an independent researcher, I've published 92 specific, measurable, evidence-based goals covering everything from childhood experiences to disaster readiness. Being a part of this community means you don't have to start from scratch. Just pick the goal that resonates with you. Research at Peoplin is grounded by 9 pillars, and this video is one of 7 exploring pillar number 2, shield children. When I think of family intervention, I think of Child Protective Services, and that makes me think of children being pushed into foster care. But did you know that Child Protective Services, or CPS for short, actually aims to heal and repair family dynamics instead of break families apart? There are 73 million Americans under the age of 18 who account for about 22% of our nation's population. Neighbors and school staff do their part in protecting our youth, with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services reporting in 2024 that the state screened in 2,058,720 referrals for child welfare. An estimated 1 in 3 U.S. children will be the subject of a CPS investigation at least once before they turn 18, but a vast majority of cases will not result in a child being removed from the home. CPS understands the emotional and mental implications of removing a child from their family, which is why removal is supposed to happen when there's maltreatment. But there's clearly an overlooked gray area. There's something going on that inspires someone to file a report, but usually nothing to the scale of needing to break up the home. Thinking back to that mom screaming at her son at the farmer's market, it struck me that if schools already have a parent-teacher conference night, it could be an obvious next step to create a Meet the Counselor night. School counselors would create a system to divide the student body amongst them, then begin conducting 15 to 20-minute meet and greets, during which they'd introduce themselves, get an idea of the caretaker's workload and schedule, and review some basic ongoing programs. The meet and greets would create the opportunity to dispel bad assumptions about third-party family intervention, foster trust between the families and the counselors, and create an opt-in situation for families to get support without having their privacy violated. Imagine getting a pamphlet that said, "Fighting at home once or more a month? Go to this program. Having trouble connecting with your child? Go to that program. Trying to be a good caretaker, but just feeling overwhelmed with the logistics of it? We have a program for you." You could have programs where families meet once a week for 4 weeks to improve and practice conflict resolution and communication skills. Another idea for sessions families can opt into is having a Meet Your Parents series. Since kids are still developing their frontal cortex, they often don't comprehend that their parent or caretaker is a whole and complete human being. Students 11 years or older can look at photos of their parents at their age and listen to their caretakers answer preset questions that give their child some insight as to who they are without skewing the caretaker's positionality as the dependable adult. Opening the door for family members to see each other as teammates with leadership and follower roles could do wonders to improve family dynamics. Would a Meet the School Counselor night be a hassle or a welcome change? What other ideas for programs families can opt into do you have? Leave a comment so we can share and spread awareness. Don't forget to join the Peoplin community. This research hub is independent and funded by people like you who believe communities should be built on evidence. When you donate through Shopify, you'll be thanked with a discount code for your next order. An added bonus is that 100% of shop proceeds also go right back into our initiative and towards our monthly goal of $2,000. Thanks for building this with me.